Did you know that a significant percentage of people regret not asking for what they truly desire? It's true. Many of us look back on our lives and wish we had taken that chance, spoken up, or reached out for what we wanted. We often hold ourselves back from going after our dreams because we're afraid of the answer. The fear of rejection or seeming too forward can be overwhelming. What if they say no? What if we face rejection? These are the questions that haunt us. What if we seem too forward? What if we come across as too bold or presumptuous? These doubts can paralyze us. These doubts can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in a cycle of inaction and regret. But here's the thing, not asking guarantees we won't get what we want. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy of missed opportunities. It's like leaving the lottery ticket unpurchased. You can't win if you don't play. When we don't ask, we relinquish our power and settle for a life less fulfilling. We watch others achieve their goals and wonder why we didn't take that step. We deserve better than that. Think about it. We owe it to ourselves to at least try. Every success story, every breakthrough started with someone asking for something. It began with a single courageous step. Whether it's a promotion, a date, or even a simple favor, the act of asking is a powerful tool. The act of asking opens doors to possibilities we might never have imagined. It creates opportunities where there were none. It's time to reclaim our power. It's time to take control of our destiny. It's time to silence those self-doubting voices and embrace the transformative power of asking. We need to practice self-compassion and believe in our worth. Let's explore how to do just that. Together, we can learn to ask for what we want and deserve, and transform our lives in the process. Why is it so hard to ask for what we want? It often boils down to fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of failure. These emotions can be powerful deterrents. We worry about what others will think, how they might perceive us. We build up scenarios in our minds, imagining the worst possible outcomes. This negative self-talk can be incredibly limiting. We convince ourselves that it's better to stay silent, to play it safe, than to risk the potential discomfort of asking.
But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we viewed asking not as a sign of weakness, but as an act of courage? What if instead of focusing on the potential negative outcomes, we focused on the potential positive ones?
Fear is a natural human emotion, but it shouldn't hold us hostage. When it comes to asking for what we want, fear often stems from a lack of self-worth. We might tell ourselves we're not good enough, smart enough, or deserving enough to ask. These limiting beliefs can be deeply ingrained, but they're not insurmountable. The first step to overcoming fear is to acknowledge it. Recognize those negative thoughts and challenge them. Are they really true? Or are they simply self-imposed barriers holding us back? Remember, everyone feels fear sometimes. It's what we do with that fear that defines us. Do we let it paralyze us? Or do we use it as fuel to propel us forward? The choice is ours. It's easy to get stuck in our comfort zones, even if they're not particularly comfortable. We often find ourselves in routines and habits that, while familiar, don't necessarily bring us joy or satisfaction. We cling to the familiar because it feels safe, predictable. It's like holding onto a lifeline in a storm, even if the lifeline is frayed and worn. But real growth, real fulfillment, lies outside that comfort zone. It's in the challenges we face, the obstacles we overcome, and the new experiences we embrace. Asking for what we want requires us to step outside of that familiar space and embrace the unknown. It requires vulnerability. It means facing our fears and uncertainties head-on. And vulnerability can be scary. It can make us feel exposed and anxious, like we're standing on the edge of a cliff. It means putting ourselves out there, risking rejection. It means being open to the possibility that things might not go as planned. But here's the thing about vulnerability. It's also the birthplace of connection, creativity, and courage. It's where we find our true strength and resilience. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We discover new paths, new opportunities, and new ways of thinking. So embrace the discomfort. Embrace the unknown. Step outside of your comfort zone and see what happens when you dare to ask for what you truly desire. You might just find that the world is more welcoming and full of potential than you ever imagined. The benefits of asking for what you want are numerous and far-reaching. When you ask, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities that might have otherwise remained hidden. You create opportunities for growth, both personally and professionally. Asking can lead to new relationships, exciting career advancements, and a greater sense of fulfillment in all areas of your life. It can also boost your confidence and self-esteem as you realize the power of your own voice. When you get in the habit of asking, you'll be amazed at how much more you can achieve. You'll start attracting the things you desire into your life, simply by having the courage to ask for them. Asking effectively is a skill that can be learned and honed over time. It's not just about the words you use, but also about your approach, your timing, and your confidence. Here are a few tips to help you master the art of asking. First, be clear and specific about what you want. Ambiguity can lead to misunderstandings and missed opportunities. The more specific you are, the more likely you are to get a positive response. Clarity helps the other person understand exactly what you're asking for and why it's important. Next, choose the right time and place. Timing can be everything when it comes to making a request. Pay attention to the other person's mood and schedule, and choose a time when they're likely to be receptive. Be confident and assertive. Confidence can make a significant difference in how your request is perceived. Believe in yourself and your worthiness of receiving what you're asking for. Be prepared to negotiate. Sometimes the initial response may not be what you hoped for, but don't be discouraged. Don't be afraid to counteroffer or explore alternative solutions. Negotiation is a natural part of the process and can lead to mutually beneficial outcomes. Follow up with gratitude. Regardless of the outcome, thank the other person for their time and consideration. Expressing gratitude can leave a positive impression and open doors for future opportunities. By following these tips, you can increase your chances of getting a yes and start creating the life you desire. Remember, the art of asking is a journey, and with practice, you can become more effective and confident in your requests. Confidence is key when it comes to asking for what you want. When you believe in yourself and your worthiness, your request will be met with greater receptivity. But what if you're lacking confidence? How can you cultivate this essential quality? Start by recognizing your accomplishments and celebrating your strengths. Focus on your past successes, no matter how small they may seem. Practice positive self-talk. Replace those negative, self-doubting thoughts with affirmations that empower and uplift you. Remember, you are capable of achieving great things. Believe in yourself, and others will too. Countless stories highlight the transformative power of asking. There's the entrepreneur who secured funding for her dream business after overcoming her fear of rejection and pitching to investors. Then there's the single dad who, after mustering the courage to ask for help from his community, found the support he needed to raise his children. These stories remind us that we are not alone in our fears, and that incredible things can happen when we dare to ask. These stories are not just inspiring anecdotes. They are proof that asking for what you want can lead to life-changing results. Rejection is a part of life. It's something we all experience at some point, but it doesn't have to be a negative experience. In fact, rejection can be a valuable learning opportunity, a stepping stone to success. When you're rejected, try to view it as a redirection, not a failure. It simply means that particular path wasn't meant for you. Use the experience to learn and grow. Ask for feedback, if appropriate, and use it to refine your approach. Remember, every no brings you closer to a yes. Embrace rejection as a natural part of the process, and don't let it deter you from pursuing your goals. Knowing the importance of asking is one thing, but taking action is what truly matters. It's time to stop letting fear hold you back and start creating the life you desire. Start small if you need to. Ask for a favor, negotiate a better deal, or express your needs to a loved one. Each time you ask, you'll gain more confidence and realize that asking is not so scary after all. Create a plan. Identify your goals and what you need to ask for to achieve them. Break down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Celebrate your successes along the way. You have the power to create the life you want. Don't let fear, self-doubt, or hesitation stand in your way. Embrace the transformative power of asking and watch as doors open and opportunities unfold. Dare to ask for that raise, that dream job, that second date, Ask for help when you need it, and don't be afraid to go after what you truly desire. The world is full of possibilities, but you have to be willing to ask for them. So go ahead, ask for what you want. You might be surprised at what you receive.